Good morning. I'm Mr. Bomarito, and this is Health. Today is 9/10/20. Okay, it's September the 10th, 2020, and I just wanted to tell you that the other day I made a video that was way too long, and when I went to upload it, it actually got rejected. So anyway, just wanted to let you all know that we're going to start over again. I'll teach that same lesson again, and we'll just push forward from here. Okay. I'd like to welcome everybody in this class who hasn't had me before as a teacher. I'm Mr. Bomarito, and for those of you that are returning, hey, I miss you guys, and I'm ready for y'all to be in these seats so we can see each other again and resume like normal, okay? Real quick, let's just cover some basics about how we're going to submit assignments and how we're going to get assignments. You probably have already heard this in different classes, but SLCA Virtual 1952@gmail.com is where you're going to submit all of your assignments. I'll say it one more time. SLCA Virtual 1952@gmail.com. That's where you're going to be submitting your assignments. And for those of you that had school here last year, you're familiar with GradeLink, but those of you that haven't had school, and this is your first time being with us, I need to encourage you, you need to go on to GradeLink and start clicking around. Learn how to navigate it. You know, some of this virtual learning, in fact, a lot of it is going to rest on you being able to be competent and confident and do your part at home to get your assignments and turn them in. You know, make sure that they're efficient, make sure that you're doing what's asked of you, etc. But when you go on GradeLink, I want you to click around, learn how to navigate, because that is our main source on how you know who your teachers are, you know what subjects you're taking, you know what assignments we're giving per subject, and you can check your grades and your GPA and your status, and just overall you can maintain and be able to see how you're doing, okay? If you, for whatever reason, don't feel comfortable with GradeLink and you know you wish that there was somebody there to help you, I can tell you that there are tutorial videos. If you go on YouTube, you can find them. Just type in GradeLink tutorial video, and it'll come up, and you just spend a couple of minutes looking at that and really soaking that in, and that'll give you maybe a hop, skip, and a jump ahead on learning how to navigate GradeLink. Okay. All right, welcome to Health. I hope all of you are doing well. I trust that you are. Health is, it's such an exciting subject, and it always had its place in society, but health is something that has kind of gone from here, and it's sort of here now because of all of the different jobs and occupations that are available in the health world. People are doing things now that they didn't even do 20 years ago. I can remember when I was in college, some of the degrees that people were seeking in the health industry versus now, and the things that they have now, they weren't offered back then. So, health is always one of those things where new technology is being born, and new things are being discovered, and changes are being made. And I don't know about you, but I sure do appreciate modern medicine. It's really an awesome thing, and probably all of you have somebody in your family who has benefited from the modern industry of medicine as we know it. So in this class, we're going to talk about the totality, the wholeness of the person or the individual. Okay, let's start our lesson by saying this. God created mankind in His image, all right? And we'll be looking at the spirit, the soul, which is your mind, your will, your emotions, and your body, all right? If you have taken health in the public school spectrum, you may not talk about the spiritual side of things, but the truth is, and that, teaching from the light of God's Word, the truth is that you are a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a body, okay? And when you understand the totality of your person from that perspective, it helps us to put things in their proper places, all right? Let's talk just for a moment about good health. Health is the combination of physical, mental, emotional, and social well-being. It's not an absolute state. Being healthy doesn't mean that you will never be sick. Instead, being healthy means knowing various strategies for making decisions related to health needs and risks of young adults. We're doing this right now because we're trying to maintain good health, okay? That is virtual learning. The health continuum, all right? A person with a balanced life is said to have a high degree of wellness, an overall state of well-being or total health. It comes from making decisions and practicing behaviors that are based on sound health knowledge and healthful attitudes. Okay, achieving wellness requires an ongoing, lifelong commitment to physical, mental, and emotional, also social health. Okay. How many of you out there know that the decisions that you make on a personal basis for you are going to affect you personally? Okay. So if those decisions that you make concerning your person are healthy and good ones, you're going to reap a healthy consequence or a healthy reward, all right? But if those decisions that you make concerning your person are bad ones or negative ones, well, don't be surprised when you reap the negative consequences of those decisions that you make for yourself. Okay, let's go on. Lifestyle factors. Oh boy, here we go. There are a lot of lifestyle factors, folks. Okay. Experts have identified habits that affect people's overall health, happiness, and longevity, or how long they live. These habits or lifestyle factors are personal behaviors related to the way a person lives. They help determine your individual control over health risks. Certain lifestyle factors are linked to specific diseases, for example, smoking and lung cancer. Other lifestyle factors promote good health. These include, these are all lifestyle factors, and there's a bunch of bullet points here, about 10 of them. Getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night. Now, if you were in my class right now, I'd be like, hey, how many of you guys sleep, honestly, from 8 to 10 hours a night? Probably none of you, okay? But you'd be surprised at what it does for you the next day if you get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Did you know that you're able to focus better, that you're sharper, that you have the ability to use your mind in a stronger way, in the sense that you can process things a lot easier because you're not fatigued? Second bullet point, starting each day with a healthy breakfast, okay? If you were in here right now and I wasn't limited to a time frame on this video, we would talk about this for longer than we're going to talk about it. Getting up and eating a healthy breakfast fuels your body for the day, okay? If you put garbage in, garbage is what you're going to get out. If you eat a nice, balanced, healthy, nutritious breakfast, your body's going to be able to use that in the best way possible. It's very important that you fuel your body properly, okay? Eating a variety of nutritious foods each day, being physically active for at least 30 minutes most days of the week. How many of you in here know that getting your heart rate up every day is something that will benefit you in the long run, okay? It helps you to breathe easier, you sleep better, because your body is a more efficient machine if it doesn't have to work hard. Think about a vehicle like a car. You know, the harder you push a car continuously, the faster it's going to wear out. But you probably know somebody, if it's not you, who owns a vehicle, who sort of babies their vehicle. You know, their vehicles last a long time because they take care of them and they don't push them very hard. Well, our bodies react the same way. I had a mechanic tell me once for a vehicle that fluids are everything. If you check your oil, if you check your transmission fluid, if you check your coolant, and your fluids are where they're supposed to be, your car or your vehicle is going to respond well. Well, the human body is the same way. If your fluid levels are where they're supposed to be, it's going to respond the way that it should. Okay? But anyway, raising our heart rate, getting physically active makes your body a well-oiled machine. All right? Maintaining a healthy weight. Maintaining healthy weight is very, very important. Okay? The heavier we are, and we'll talk about this on the underweight side of things too, because that also can be something that can affect us negatively. But we'll just speak for America. Most of the time, you know, if you're talking about the American culture and people have weight issues, it's usually overweight and not underweight. Maintaining a healthy weight is important because your heart doesn't have to work as hard. You can move around a whole lot easier. Your joints will thank you in the long run. Okay, heavy weight is hard on knees, it's hard on backs, it's hard on ankles. Okay, and everything you do, it just requires a bit more effort from you. Okay. All right, next bullet point is avoiding tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. This is something that's a very serious topic because there are a lot of peer pressures in the world today. You know, you won't hear this in every school that you go to. This is St. Louis Christian Academy, and we'll tell you the truth about using drugs. You know, using drugs is a very dangerous thing to do because a principle I learned a long time ago, I'll pass it along to you. When you mess with things that are bigger than you are, you can get hurt, okay? If you jump into a ring with a bull and he wants to get you, it's gonna be a really hard fight on your hands, okay? If you jump into the ring with drugs, you're messing with something that is bigger than you are, and that's dangerous, okay? Anyway, think about smokers. I have people in my family that have smoked for years. Do you want to know something? Their health isn't where it could be if they wouldn't have made the decision to begin smoking a long time ago. All right? All right. Let's go on. Abstaining from sexual activity before marriage. This is another area that's not talked about like it should be commonly. Okay? Sexual activity, first of all, you need to know that God created sex. It's a wonderful thing inside the recipe or the boundaries that God has ordained it to be used in, okay? Sexual activity is to be respected and used within the boundaries of a proper marriage relationship, okay? If you make brownies and you forget to add sugar, it means that you didn't follow the recipe properly. So what happens? Those brownies, they might look good to the eye, but they're actually bitter in the end. And sexual activity can be the same way. You know, you bring kids into the world, you know, on accident, and then they're born without the family structure that the Lord would have them to be born into. Listen, I know that there's a lot of families out there today, and you know, you're part of a family structure that may not be, you know, what is ideal to you. Listen, that's fine. There are many good parents doing what they are supposed to be doing, but if you're talking about it from a biblical perspective, God has designed, you know, for people to be brought into the world in a specific way for specific reasons. Because, you know, we need people in our lives to help us grow in the way that God would have us to, okay? Anyway, we can talk about that part of it later, but STDs are another big thing, guys. You know, when you start messing around and you go from person to person, you run a risk of getting diseases. And you know, one of those things is AIDS. Y'all, people die from AIDS. It's very serious. But if you respect what God has set in order for the rules for proper health and the rules for sexual activity, you know that you're going to be safe, and you know that you can enjoy the things that God has created the way that God has created them to be used. Okay, next bullet point is managing stress. Okay, there are a lot of things that bring stressors on in today's world. A great way to manage stress is to exercise. If you get out there and you exercise, you're able to have some output going on. Let me check my time real quick on my video. Okay. And you're able to manage stress. Another way is to do journaling to sort of put out there what's going on the inside. Maintaining positive relationships and practicing safe behaviors to prevent injuries. That just simply means, you know, if you got peer pressure to do something that you know could cause you bodily harm, don't do that thing, man. You know, instead of following, learn to be a leader in those circumstances, and you'll thank yourself for that. Okay, check GradeLink. This is the culmination of this video for right now. Check GradeLink. I'll be posting an assignment there. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.